Hey everybody, it's the boss lady here coming to you from my vehicle. Whew. Kind of running a little late to church, so we're gonna try to hurry up and get moving as quick as possible here, because it's 10:40. I like to be there at this time. As you see, I switched out my wig. You know, I gotta look presentable. I gotta look presentable. I like to look presentable. So let's just get into things real quick. And this vlog may be a longer vlog because I'm going to vlog on the way to church, vlog after church, then I got something to do, and then I'll probably vlog after I'm done with that something to do, just because it's possible that I might need to add a little something extra to the end of this video. But it's Sunday. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and I will be glad in it, in spite of everything that's going on. God is still blessing. So with that, your girl is headed to church. I almost was like, I'm not gonna go, but no, I'm going because my cousin is being baptized today. She asked me to be there. And so your girl gonna be on her post. Like, what? I'm on my way, girl. Beautiful girl. So I might even do a little bit of the baptism. So yeah, because she was like, I want you right up front. I was like, okay. And I feel honored. I definitely feel honored. I feel blessed because, mind you, this baby has not even been raised with me. Like, I've only known my cousin for 6 months. Since I started going to church, I've known her for 6 months. And she is my, let me think now. She is actually my third cousin. So her father is my second cousin. So he's my sideline. So you know how I always talk about my sideline cousin? So my sideline, that's the main sideline that I always talk about from church. It's her brother's daughter. So anyway, I'm like, you know, this baby asked me to come. I'm coming. Now, I might be a little late because it's 10:42. I might be rolling in right at 11 o'clock. But I'm be there. So anyway, so yeah, I got that going on. Miss Peanut is home. So let me give you the 59 cent with Miss Peanut. So she was truly ready to go. Like, we got there. Her sister went and bought her a coffee. When I tell you that baby was ready, I was like, I said, you could have. She was like, you're here, I'm ready. Stuff packed, ready to go. So as we're walking to the car, I said, so how did it go? How do you feel? And I asked her point blank in the period, is this school off your list? She said no. So remember now, in my Miss Peanut Goes to College video, right? The pre-ed mag video. No, she said this school is not off the table. Excuse me? Okay. So I'm like, all right. I said, well, you were doing a lot of, you know, compare and contrast with this school and St. Thomas and what's what. And she said, it's not like St. Thomas. And I said, every school has their niche. So she was like, yeah, I see that now. She's like, yeah. I mean, she knew it before, but now that she's looking at this, she's like, And so she said they did bring up the Minnesota, this program, the Minnesota Posse program. So, you know, and she's like, I know about that. And she's been getting emails and this and that, preparing for her. She's got a Zoom that she has to do or something like that. And I'm like, okay. So, which I need to find out when that Zoom is, because then I need to figure out where to have her set up in the house so she can do it, and, you know, that, or fix her background so the background's blurred, and you know what I mean? I just don't need everybody in my house. I'm just saying. So, or in her room. Okay. So I'm like, okay, let's, you know, figure that out. You know, overall she liked it, but what she didn't like, so this is where this is not like a teenage thing, so to speak. It's like the teenage not hormones, but teenage attitude, I guess, correlating with the autism. A lot of the stuff she was told or they talked about, she already knew. So it was boring to her. So have you ever known a kid like in daycare, elementary school, and they're just like getting into stuff and not paying attention and this and that, and then come to find out this child is gifted and all they need is more work to do? Not so much a pop on the butt, but they need to sit down and focus on something that's gonna stretch their mind. That's Miss Pina. She needs her mind stretched. And I think because ever since before birth, I've been stretching her mind, and in utero, I'm reading to her. So she's coming out like, okay, more words, bigger words. What's the meaning? This and that, spellings, and this, you know what I mean? So her mind is so unique that if she's been told something once, it's like, okay, you told me that already, so why are you telling me again? Type of thing. Now, that's where she was. So that's why she was kind of like, I could be at home, my cat. I'm like, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Also, so we talked with her, I did, her sister did, and she was good. She was happy to see us and, see her sister, see her nephew. She was happy. Everything was good. So we ended up going out to eat because I was hungry. Everybody else was too, but I was hungry. I was like, listen, and plus she was like, the food was so nasty. And I said, well, excuse me, what made the food nasty? She said their dining hall was under construction. So they had to cater the food in. And wherever they catered the food from, honey, it was not the business. And one thing about my children, autism, they are particular about their food. So if you ever hear about a parent of an autistic child and they constantly eat macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets and stuff like that, and it's like you try to feed them some ribs or some spaghetti and they're like, no! You see a kid in the store and they're like, no! It's not that they can't try it. It's just their minds are fixated on what they want, what they desire, and if they don't get the desires of their heart, they will spaz, melt down, and it's just all bad for everybody involved. Miss Pina has done that with us. Like, she has a love of mac and cheese, but it has to be a certain kind of mac and cheese. She likes, so how during Thanksgiving, and people always talk about, oh, mac and cheese, and I want this kind and this and that, and I'm going to have this and that, and then you get those memes and they say, this is these people mac and cheese, and this is these people mac and cheese. Or even the meme recently, I think I have a picture of it, so I'll insert it, but it says Juneteenth versus 4th of July, and you can see the difference between the mac and cheese. Miss Pina is a Juneteenth mac and cheese. That's her taste buds. And I've tried, not a whole lot, but even when she was smaller, no. You buy some Kraft mac and cheese and make it by the box, she's good. I don't want none. And will refuse to eat it. So, like I said, her mind was fixated on college food and, cafeteria, and it just wasn't that. So we're still kind of, it's on the list, but it's on the list only if she makes it into that program. If she does not make it into that program, it will be completely off the list. She still has her mind set on the school where she would stay at home. And I'm like, okay, she's applying to that school in August. We'll know by October. Okay. She has a few other schools we're going to apply to. Her. Dude. He didn't even look and he knew I stopped first. Yep. And I don't care that you're driving no BMW. You better get out my way so I'm not late for church. So anyway, so we're good. We're good as far as school stuff. I was kind of hoping it was off the list, but if she get that free ride, oh Lord. But she might get a free ride from the other school, so okay. Listen, God will provide. He takes care of all of his children. Okay? So that'd be that. While we were at dinner / lunch, kind of lunch, late lunch, early dinner, we went to Devani's. It's a hoagies and pizza place. Well, we hadn't been in there in a long time. A very, very, very long time. Y'all, I'm in there and I'm eating, and all of a sudden something popped in my head like, wait a minute, this place has a party room. So then I was trying to remember, like, so baby girl was like, Mom, what is it? And I said, look at this room over here. And she was like, okay. And she said, well, how many people are you planning to have anyway? I said, well, we had started with a list of 50, but it's for people to kind of come and go. And so she's like, okay. I said, yeah. So more than likely, it would work. She was like, okay, baby, when I tell you, baby girl ran across there, got the information so quick and fast. I was like, yeah, do that. Get that information. So she gets the information. This dude is in my way. My God in heaven. Jesus, help me. Father God, get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way. Lord. Dude. Are you backing in or Lord have mercy. Gonna have me cussing on Sunday morning. Anyway. So, we got to looking at the place. There's no fee to have the place, but you do have to, pay for the food. Definitely my type of thing. So let me get to church because I'm like seriously almost late. I got 2 nails broke. It's gonna be all right. I'll see you after church. Hey, yeah, I'm back. Just getting out of church. Actually, it was myself and Pastor Cousin and Cousin Pastor and Cousin First Lady. We were like the last ones to leave, but it was a good thing. I have to record another video. And I have to see. I recorded a video that I want to post for you guys. But after going to church today, I actually want to record it. So this will actually be like my 3rd time recording that video. But I want to insert clips of the sermon in the video. And you'll understand why when I post that video. So anyway, I am on my way to go pick up Miss Peanut. Ooh, I'm hot. To go pick up Miss Peanut so then we can turn around and head to my boss's house. Okay, so where did I leave off? I left off with, and I need to fix my nails too. I finally got the dead nail off so I can fix it and whatever. Anyway, so we're out eating, right, at the Devani's Hoagies and Pizza place, and they have a party room. And like I said, if you rent their room, you can rent to be in there, or it's not renting, excuse me, said the wrong word. If you reserve the party room, oh, I got caught by a train. You can have the party room up to 4 hours. I was like, what? And you just gotta buy something. Now, here's the thing. You can't bring in your own food, but you can bring your own dessert. You can bring your own cake. So, Miss Peanut's sister and I, baby girl, we were in there and looking at it, and we were trying to kind of get an idea. Now, mind you, the kids are sitting at one table. We're looking at the, looking at the space or whatever. And one of the workers, we're talking about, okay, we can move this here and we could do this there. So the worker comes in there and he's like, sir, you getting ready to have a party? And we're like, not today. Like, we're just looking at the space or whatever. And so he was just like, oh, you know, he was an older guy. He didn't know no better. So it was fine. But we really had some ideas of what we could do. And the location actually is perfect. It's closer to the house than where the other location is. And here's the other thing. And so don't be funny with me. Don't crack jokes in the comments. But the other place is a community center, right? And so with a community center, who uses a community center? The community. They have community events, community parties, community, you know, classes, all that stuff. Well, one of the classes that they have at the community center in the gym area, not in the room area, but one of the things that they have is obedience classes for dogs. So when you walk into the building, I hate to say it, but, well, the first time I went in there, I didn't smell anything. But that second time I went in there, I went in on a Saturday. And I could literally smell like dog smells. So I think they might have had dogs there that day. And I'm thinking, okay, if I have her party on a Saturday or even a Sunday, potentially there could be obedience classes or whatever, and dogs, and you know what I mean? So you figure I'm having food and then you're smelling dogs. I don't know about that, right? So that's been in the back of my mind. And so I was sitting there like, yeah, I don't know, you know. So when we were looking at the space, and I'm gonna insert a clip. I did like a 10-second clip of the space. I'm inserting in this video. I was like, that's doable. It had a lot of tables in there, but we could, you know, take the tables, rearrange them, whatever. We were looking at, okay, we could do this wall, do this and this wall, do this and this, you know, and then over here we can have all the food, and then we can set the tables, you know, put the tables together as opposed to them being separate, you know, and if we need to, we can just take the chairs and, you know, kind of line them up on the wall or something. You know, people don't have to necessarily sit at a table just to sit down and talk or whatever, you know what I mean? And then I was thinking, okay, where are we going to put this, and where we, you know, I was just, all these things were like coming through my head. So that's a contender. And mind you, we were there on a Saturday. Now, yes, it was raining, but even with it raining, it wasn't like they had a lot of business in there. I mean, they get business. A lot of their business is more like DoorDash, you know, like people, Uber Eats and DoorDash business. So that's why they're staying afloat. But like people like literally sitting in there, and the party room was big enough. They got bathroom right there, you know, and I hate to say it, but you know, if in fact, you know, overflow, people can get their food and sit in the other space. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to, and the parking. So there's parking in the front of the building, and then there's another door where there's parking, because it sits kind of like on second floor. So there's parking at one spot where if you take the stairs up, then you can get in there. Then there's a parking like right on the same level in the front, but it's like just minimum. And then there's parking in the back, which is ample parking. So I was like, okay, because you know, I'm thinking about my senior citizens and stuff like that. Now, you know, we started looking at the menu, and I will say this: a voice popped in my head about people ain't gonna want that, and I don't care what people want, honestly. It's about my child and what she wants, and she likes the food, so sold. Now, I will say, like, my dad doesn't eat pizza, and I'm not trying to serve pizza. Miss Pina asked for a personal pizza, but I said I could do like pasta. You know, they have different pastas. They got pasta with the red sauce, pasta with Alfredo, stuff like that. They have salad. They either have Caesar salad or garden salad. They have the hoagies. I can get like a platters of hoagies, or I could do pizza. They have lasagna. So I was like, okay. So I need to find out from my dad, what exactly does he eat, not eat. And then we're trying to determine, are we going to do a Saturday or Sunday? I'm pushing for Sunday, like after church, you know, because we got folks who do go to church and we got folks who don't. So I'm like, after church, You know, I can make sure that there's food set aside for my mom and dad in case if they're not Johnny on the spot right there. I'm thinking of doing like a 1 to 5, and like from 1 to 2 will be set up, and then 2 to 4:30 will be the party, and then 4:30 to 5 is cleanup. You know what I mean? So yes, that's what I'm thinking. Don't hold me to it, but that's where I am. So yeah, I'm looking at that, and I'm a little excited, just a little bit. I have not talked to my sister yet. I'm sure she's going to have some things to say, which that's fine. I mean, she's not paying for it, so whatever. And right now, and so here's the other thing. Like I said, we would be able to reserve that room for free and just pay for the food, as opposed to reserving a place, paying for the rent a place, paying for the rental of the place, plus buying food. So, which will probably still buy other food, but that food will be for the house. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I just got to confirm with them that yes, I can bring in my own cupcakes and stuff like that, because they got like brownies and some other kind of dessert. We ain't trying to do all that. I'm like, for real. So yeah. Oh, it's 1:30 already. I haven't made it to my boss's house. I was planning to be there at 1. Oh, so okay, running back. So remember, I wasn't going to go to church today, but I did go to church today because my cousin was supposed to be being baptized. Well, she wasn't at church. Sure wasn't. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, where is my cousin? And cousin First Lady said, I don't know if it's her birthday or what it is, but she canceled. I was like, what? I said, I told her I was going to be tipping out early. She begged me to come and stay the whole service so I could watch her be baptized, and she didn't even come. I said, but that's all right though, because I wasn't specifically going for her. I mean, it was part of it, but I needed to be there. And when you hear the other video, which will be after this, then you'll understand why I need to be there, because I don't know if my pastor has a camera in my car or what, but let's just say that the message today, honey, he must have been at work with me this week, because the message today, I was like for real. And mind you, I had just told cousin First Lady what had happened. I'm not gonna talk about it in this video, but I had just told her what happened and how I was feeling and this and that. And he got to preaching. Mind you, I didn't even really speak to pastor before he came out the pulpit. He got to preaching. Let me tell you, it was on time. It was on time. I said, oh, okay. So the Holy Ghost knew what I needed to hear. He knew it. He sure did. Whew, I mean, gave me chills, like, oh my goodness. I got to listening. I couldn't even write my notes for listening today. What that was? I wanted to be hooked under my vehicle. Okay. But yeah, it was good. It was on time. I mean, on time. Like, oh Jesus, it was on time. I just thank you, Lord. Thank you. Because I'm telling you, it was on time. So yeah, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And he kept saying something like, I don't know your story, but I know my story. But I'm telling you, he was touching, as they used to say back in the old days when I used to go to old school church, you stepping on my toe, Reverend. I'm gonna need you to get off me now. Because I'm telling you, oh my God. Yep. So, yeah. But anyway, God is good. God is sure enough good. So the video, because I have the video, it's already prepped and ready. I already done edited the video. And I don't know if I can go back. Well, I kind of want to. So anyway, I'm going to redo that video and get it all ready. And I'm going to put snippets of the sermon. And then so when I do the video and I talk about this and I talk about that, then when I do the snippets of the sermon, you're going to like, oh, yeah. Because I'm going to cut the sermon first. And it's just going to be snippets like, I'm going to say da-da-da-da. And the pastor's going to say ba-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? I'm so serious. Because y'all, when I post this video, you're going to be like, are you kidding me? No, ma'am, I'm not. No, ma'am, I'm not. But with that being said, let me grab my baby. If I can, I hope that they got things kind of decorated nice. I want to get just a little snippet of video. And then I'll put at the end. If I can't, then I'll just put a little something at the end saying I couldn't get it. But anyway, bye y'all. So hey everybody, I just wanted to end out the video quick. I realized I didn't end out the video yesterday. So excuse me, we did make it to my boss's house, and so you saw just pictures. I wasn't able to video. When I tell you it was massive people there, oh my goodness. And I'm talking like friends, family, co-workers. It was so many people there. It was crazy. So yeah, I couldn't video. They chose to use her daughter's new school colors. Her new school colors are purple and white, and so that's what they chose to decorate with, which was really, really nice. Honestly, no, my boss's eldest daughter, because her daughter who graduated has a big sister, just like how Miss Peanut has a big sister. So anyway, her eldest daughter was the one who kind of like put all the decorations and stuff together. She told her mom, don't worry about it, I got it, blah blah blah. And honestly, it felt like everything that I've seen on Pinterest, on Amazon, on even Temu, it was like that's what I saw, like, so I was like, okay, I'm not far off on how I want to decorate. I mean, do I want to reciprocate exactly what they had? No, by no means. But at least I'm not far off. And I really liked everything. So they have a beautiful home. When I tell you, like, I had never, now mind you, I've lived here all my life. I've been out in this area, this suburb where they are. They're like right on the border of Minneapolis. So like how I'm on the border of Minneapolis and this suburb that I'm in currently, they're on the border of Minneapolis and the suburb that they're in currently. Well, I did not know that there were homes that were like off the river. So in their backdrop of their home, like when they're sitting up either on their patio, looking out their bedroom window, excuse me, they can see the Mississippi River outside. Like, I mean, it's far off, so like when it's been raining cats and dogs, it hasn't, flooded their home or anything. But oh my gosh, I mean, they have a beautiful home, I was just like, okay. But I mean, he's a retired cop, she's a primetime principal, okay. But I never knew that there was homes like that over there. Like, I've seen other homes, but not like that. So anyway, it was a beautiful home. The bedrooms weren't like massively big, but it was the the structure of the home is what made it look beautiful. Like their front entry was gorgeous. Their backyard was amazing. And their backyard was not fenced off. And they even had a dock on the river. I was like, say what now? So anyway, it was nice. I was glad to go. I stayed, well, first of all, I got there early. So I got there at like 10 to 2, right? I thought it started at 1. How about it started at 3? Yeah, started at 3. So then we left because we saw, you know, the graduate and her sister. She said, you know, it starts at 3, right? I said, it does. She was like, yeah, it's an invitation. I said, baby, I thought I said 1 o'clock. I thought I had to rush from church to get here. I said, we'll be back. So she said, okay. So we left. We got back at 3, and it was from 3 to 6, which was a good, you know, time frame, 3 hours. So I'm right on point when I'm thinking 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, because after a while, you know, it just seemed like people were just there. And so Miss Pina was sitting off in the cut. She was taking notes. Something smells bad outside. She was taking notes on just the whole layout and everything. And then she kept saying, Mom, there is no way we could do this at our house. And I was like, yeah. I said, seriously, there's no way. She said, like, their house is big enough. And not so much their house, because they didn't really have people in the house except for in the part which is considered like their basement. Which is right off the patio or off the backyard. But which I didn't feel people should have been in there. I mean, I could see maybe like her daughter who just had a baby. Yeah, they should be there. But like the guests, if you have it set up outside, it should be outside. And they did not have, now I'm telling you, this yard was amazing. They had maybe 6 tables, but it was so hot that people were like trying to, you know, get into the shade. But they had like maybe 6 tables, long tables out there. They had chairs, and they had chairs kind of in a circle. They had chairs kind of in a circle out there. They had set up a volleyball net. I mean, when I tell you, this was like a whole, like, I told my boss, I said, you know, we're having that retreat, right? She said, yeah. I said, your yard is big enough for a full-on retreat, like, seriously. And she said, I thought about it. She said, I seriously have. That's how big her yard is. Like, it can accommodate 100 people, if not more. Because there was at least a good, at one point, there had been about a good 75 people there. At least. Oh, excuse me. The one thing that I noticed, though, people were not coming and going. But, like, people were showing up, not all at the same time. Because, like, when I first got there, it was hardly anybody there except for family. Then people started showing up. They started showing up. They started showing up. And then, you know, a couple people would trickle away. But it was like people were there. Which, I mean, they made it inviting to be there, too. So, okay. But I'm just thinking, you know, if I'm doing her party at a venue, I'm going to need people to wrap it up. Wrap it up, grab you something to eat, congratulate, exit. So anyway, it was still nice. I mean, I enjoyed it. I sat outside for a little bit. Like I said, Miss Peanut she wasn't critiquing, she was saying what she wanted. So like the cupcakes were chocolate. I don't know if they have vanilla, excuse me. But the icing was like a blended color. So like Miss Pina said, you know, she wants her icing to be white icing. Because Miss Pina is allergic to blue dye. So, you know, we can't have blue dye icing on her cupcakes. Not that she's going to be the only one eating them, but you know what I mean? This is what she asked for. I'm going to execute. So she said she wants, you know, because I think we're going to do chocolate and vanilla cupcakes or whatever. And then she said she wants white icing, and she wants the pick, you know, whatever decoration. She wants those to be blue. I said, okay, I could do that, you know. So if I decide, yeah. But anyway, so, but she said white icing. I'm like, okay, check, got that wrapped up. Miss Peanut didn't eat the food because when we left, we ended up going to get food. So she didn't eat the food, and she doesn't like outside, so she already was bugged. It was horrible. Oh, excuse me, yeah, forgive me. It's 8:15, and I was awakened early this morning, so I'm tired. Anyway, so she said she didn't want colorful icing. She doesn't want it at the house because we just don't have enough space. She said, Mom, look how big their yard is compared to our yard. Like our yard, shoot, our house could sit on their land and they would still have room, honestly. Cause she was like, cause she was trying to configure, like, where will we do this and where will we do that? And I said, well, the backyard, the porch. And she was like, but it's just not enough space. And then I mentioned, about the people sitting on the inside. And she said, right. She said, so can you imagine we're trying to entertain, we're outside, whatever, and then we got people sitting inside our house just chilling? She said, and it wasn't family? She said, no. She said, my dad will have a fit. I was like, you're right. Being all in his space, yeah, you're right. So, because you figure people would be trying to kick it in the kitchen or, the dining room, because I would more than likely decorate the dining room and, possibly do like the mantle in the living room, so people would be in there to see, right? Child, I done missed my turn. Lord help, I gotta go straight and turn around. Oh, I can go this way. So she was like, yeah, Mom, I don't think that would be wise. Yeah, she was like, I don't think that would be wise. I said, okay. I said, I don't think it would be wise either to, put everything at the house. I said, and then, you just got random. I said, because at one point, teachers from the school was there, the counselor was there, the AP was there. It was like, I felt like I was at work for a minute. And then we realized, boss hasn't eaten anything. And by this time, it's like, so if it started at 3, I didn't leave until 5. So about 4:30, I'm like, did you eat? She said, oh no, not yet. I said, but you told me to eat when I got here and you were coming right behind me. She said, oh, I know, I've been entertaining. I said, I got you. She said, no. I said, no, I got you. So me and her bodyguard from the graduation, we went, fixed her plate, this and that. You know what I mean? So then she gave us, a tour of her house. This is why I said the house is beautiful. Because, it was. I love the way they had it set up. Kind of a, not boho. Kind of farmhouse, kind of country chic. More country chic. It was her vibe, right? But, which was fine. It was beautiful. I love the way the personalization was amazing. Because I do so much of other stuff in my home, especially when I'm trying to record, I can't have all the personalization that I would love to have. But her personalization was amazing. Like, there's stuff that I would just love to have, Anyway, so that'd be that, right? You guys will not believe where I'm going. I'll talk about that in my next video because I'm going to record again once I get to where I'm going. So anyway, she never did eat. By the time I left at 5, she had never ate. So then her bodyguard, she ended up putting the food in the microwave because, yeah. But the other thing that we had brought up too was they had dogs. Now they had put their dogs away, their patio was amazing. It was gorgeous. Like, oh my God, it was gorgeous. Oh yeah, it's a good spot. So they had put the dogs away, but another thing that Miss Peanut, because Miss Peanut noticed when I told her there are dogs here, their dogs are upstairs in the room and da-da-da. And she said, see, she said, that's the other thing. Where would we put Pepper? She said, because we already got people complaining about, oh, I don't like, this. And oh, it's closed. For real? Okay. Anyway, they were saying how, people, family members, whatever, friends, oh, I don't like cats. I don't, and so, and where normally, like, if we do close off Pepper from the rest of the house, it's normally in the basement. Well, our basement is at our back door. And if we have the back door open, then she could come out on the porch. And if somebody's opening and closing the porch door, going in and out, she could potentially get out. You know what I mean? And that is a no-no. That would be detrimental to, oh my gosh, to Miss Peanut. So I can't have that. So anyway, so that's what kind of things that we were looking at or whatever. But we really did, we took in a lot of things. Because I haven't been to a grad party, oh my gosh, in forever. Like, this was my first one since probably Miss Peanut has been born. So yeah, I was just like, yeah, this is not gonna work. Certain things were just not gonna work for us. But anyway, so that'd be that. So that was the grad party. I hope you like the pictures. I do like her backdrop that they use for her pictures, because that's the backdrop I actually was looking to do for Miss Peanut. But in the blue and white. So whatever. All right, well, that's the end of this video, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. I will be in the same dress, same hair, different location now that I just realized where I was going is close. So yes, but I'll be back in another video. Bye.